Good evening and welcome to Dasta Memorial Stadium. We're on the campus of Rockhurst High School in Kansas City. Tonight's Hy-Vee High School game of the week. It's the 2023 Lacrosse Association of Kansas City Championship game as the 3 seed Blue Valley Southwest takes on the number 1 seed and undefeated Rockhurst. Hi everybody, Kevin White along with Andrew Elmer. Welcome to the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports. Rockhurst, historic season, undefeated, looking for the three-peat, playing a team, Blue Valley Southwest, the underdog, but they beat Rockhurst last year.
You got to love it, Kevin. The weather couldn't be better for the game tonight. It's cool, the rain is burned off, but what's going to be hot tonight is the action on the field. Rockhurst is bringing a ton of firepower, and I can't wait to watch how the senior goalie from Blue Valley Southwest matches up with them.
Let's talk about him as we get to our Hy-Vee player profile. Dylan Peterson, he's in the cage here. He's got to have a big night for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, this is, as a senior, this is one of those games that you kind of prep your whole life for, right? Like, these are those great moments that you look forward to. He's going to be up for the challenge, no doubt about it.
And he's facing off against one of the best ever to play in Kansas City with a lacrosse stick. That is Luke McNamara, the junior for Rockhurst.
Absolutely. I saw Luke before the game just coming out for warm-ups. I don't think I've seen a guy ever locked in pregame warm-ups like this young man. He's got a ton of stats, 1 goal away from 100 on the season, shooting at a high clip, just a real leader on the team, and he's gonna lead them tonight. They're gonna follow him.
All over the record books here at Rockhurst is Luke McNamara. Rockhurst, Blue Valley Southwest for the LACROSSE Championship for 23. And our opening faceoff coming up next. The game of the week is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Kansas City High School athletics. And fans making their way here into Dasta Stadium, Severino Field, for this championship game for the LACROSSE. And we're under cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 60s. We had some showers this afternoon, but they have moved out of the metro area, and we are ready for some lacrosse. The 3 seed Blue Valley Southwest taking on the number 1 seed and undefeated Rockhurst team, 17-0. We mentioned in 2022, Blue Valley Southwest came to Rockhurst, beat them in overtime 10-9. But earlier this year in March, Rockhurst went down to southern Johnson County. They're at 176th in Quivira and beat them 17-4. There's Kent Peterson. He is the head coach of the Blue Valley Southwest squad, also an orthopedic surgeon. And he played high school lacrosse. That's his love for the game, and he's got kids that play. And then there's the Hall of Famer right there, Tim Reedy, who is the LACROSSE Coach of the Year for 2023.
Another Coach of the Year. So Tim's a former teammate of mine, a year older than me here at Rockhurst High School. Nobody loved the game more than Tim, and I spoke to his parents before the game. Everybody's proud of where he's taken the program, and we're about to see here in a couple minutes the level of play that he and his fellow coaches have elevated the game at here at Rockhurst High School and in Kansas City. Just a great ambassador. He and his coaches, you see Coach Behale next to him there. Just great ambassadors for the game and growing it. Really looking forward to this one. This is as anticipated of a championship matchup as we expected out of all 4 of these teams.
Face-off's going to be critical. That was Kemp against Faulkner. And Rockhurst at midfield comes away with it. Ooh. Wild pass, and that'll be an early turnover. Southwest ball.
There's a little jitters. You know, it's first face-off. I mean, granted, there's a favorite here in this matchup, but you know what? Even favorites get nervous, okay? Oh, we got a little stick down. We got a head broke off the shaft there.
And that was McNamara, the big star, who has to leave the field as he had a little yard sale there at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, pretty little stick there on the ground, but as soon as it breaks, you got to immediately run off.
And now Southwest gets careless. As let's take a look, McNamara
just hounding him.
Yep.
You know, he just trying to wrap check him there and just caught metal on metal, and one of the shafts broke, and that was Luke's. You know what these guys have? couple sticks. So, but there's always a favorite. I guarantee you that head that broke off will get screwed onto a new shaft, because that game stick, that's one you don't mess around with.
Some early inefficient passing by both these teams, as Rockhurst with Brock Narciso will get it into their offensive end and set it up. Brock won the Bob Scott Award, a national award from the USA Lacrosse for on and off the field contributions. He's one of the 14 seniors. Both these teams have a lot of seniors, 15 seniors for Southwest, 14 for Rockhurst. McNamara trying to free that left hand.
First goal.
Shoots and scores. That is 100 goals on his junior season. Luke McNamara of Rockhurst.
How fitting is it that 100 comes the first goal in the championship game? So he's obviously getting hounded by a long pole, but it's tough to stop that. Left-handed on the run, stick hidden behind the body, and just well-placed shot. And he's pumped. I mean, it feels good to get that first goal in a championship game. It's going to loosen everybody up and guarantee you everybody's going to start feeding off this energy.
The All-American, along with Jack Hamilton. Luke McNamara is headed to Utah to play college lacrosse. I mean, this guy scored 51 goals as a freshman, 72 last year as a sophomore. Junior year, an even 100, and that's 2 for 2. Rockhurst winning early faceoffs, and that's a big stat in this game that both coaches mentioning who wins the faceoff X will have a big advantage, and Rockhurst the early 1-0 lead and possession.
Yeah, just like in basketball, the more you have the ball, right, the more possession you get, the more chances you have to score. There's two really key elements to this sport, Kevin. That's the face-offs and ground balls. So when the ball is on the ground, it's free for anybody to pick up and gain possession. But the best way to ensure that your opponent does not have the ball is to continue to win face-offs. It's almost like make it, take it.
Comenda working out front. He's a college prospect. Probably will end up playing at Marquette. He's had a very good year. Second team All-Metro, 30-plus goals.
Yeah.
And now finds Narciso, and he shoots. And on the rebound, it's put back in by Rockhurst. It's Colin Comenda, the junior, as the keeper, Peterson, got a piece of that first shot. The second shot rebounded out, and Comenda put it in.
Yeah, this goal here all starts with Brock. So Brock takes a nice little face dodge, drives hard to the goal, and it's saved initially. But right there on the doorstep is Comenda, right? So nobody's on his wrist, nobody's on his hands defensively. He scoops the ball up and with a really quick release, dumps it in the back of the net. 2-zip, Rock.
And there you look at the keeper, Dylan Peterson, going to Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. His brother is already there. His sister there as well, McKenna. So he would join Mason and McKenna, his brother and sister, but he needed to get off to a good start, and frustration early. Gives up 6 goals per game, does the senior. As you take a look at our officiating crew, Dave Melvin, Frank Franklin, Neelan Boyd, and Carlos Boyd. The Boyds are related, obviously. Father Carlos, son Neelan, as they're checking sticks right now.
Yeah, so after goals, this typically happens, especially if somebody's getting hot, right? The opposing coaching staff is able to call a stick check, okay? So what they'll do is they will check the depth of the pocket. The pocket can only be as deep as the ball is thick in diameter. They're also going to check tape around the top of the head, which is plastic. The shafts are typically made of metal. They're going to check the width of the head, the length of the stick overall. There's very, just like in baseball, right? Like you can't add controlled substances to your gloves or bat or fingers.
Well, you're not supposed to, but people do.
So
trust me.
In lacrosse, there are ways to pinch the stick down. A lot of face-off guys will do that, but that's just part of the game. They're just checking in on it, and there potentially could be a penalty with in a situation like that, but it looked like the stick was clean.
3 for 3 on face-off. This is the freshman who they love, Gentry Curtis, who got great speed, quick in the X, and just ripped it out of there. And Rockhurst in possession again. Remember, Blue Valley Southwest led 2-0 at home against Rockhurst back in March in their first meeting. So Rockhurst off to the very fast start, and a team that averages 19 goals per game only gives up 5. Here's Narciso spinning, finding Bickelmeyer, trying to get his hands free. Now it's Snow up front. Transfer from New York, joining his buddy Luke McNamara as they team up on this Rockhurst squad.
So we're seeing a little patience here from the guys in white. They're trying to initiate from up top with Brock and then just roll off a couple little curl picks from the pairs down low. We see a nice shot here on the run from
Bickelmeyer. Yeah, one hops it wide. Rockhurst backing it up and will maintain possession as they reset up their offense. Now a pass that gets away. And
over and back.
Yep, over and back is the call, and it'll be Blue Valley Southwest ball here. And if you're the visitors here against this #1 undefeated team, what are you hoping for here, Andrew, if you're the Timberwolves?
Oh, Kevin, you're hoping for exactly that, just unforced turnovers, right? You're looking for the guys in white to make mistakes. You're looking for things like shots that aren't backed up. You're looking for hustle plays like we just saw there, where they beat 2 Rockhurst defenders to the sideline to maintain possession.
That was Grant that took the early shot. This was Radcliffe trying to go around the cage.
Wow.
And the loose ball.
What a play. So he prevented
Bashir is the guy you're talking about. Daniel Bashir, their top defender, who's got the assignment of guarding Luke McNamara for Rockhurst. And now a mistake by Southwest. They'll give up possession.
Yeah, so here's a nice little play. So just tippy-toeing that midline. You can't step over, otherwise it's offsides. But just a nice little stick play against Luke. You know, that's a play that Luke's going to have to make, you know, at the next level when he goes to Utah, is not let the defender win that.
Bickelmeyer working, and a nice save that time by Peterson. Looked like he got a piece of it with his stick. And Bickelmeyer started the game out in their semifinal win over the Pembroke Hill squad as he scored the first 3 goals, would finish with a 4-goal night. And this guy's first team All-Metro, 30-plus goals. Headed to Ohio State in Columbus.
Go Bucks. Gotta love that.
Here's McNamara, sandwich between defenders, loose ball picked up, and the shot is taken by Rockhurst. That was Reed Mosier on the doorstep, but Peterson denied him.
Yeah, so this is great one-on-one defense. I mean, I can see why people are really excited about
and how about that? Just like that, there's Comenda's second of the night, the junior, with a lightning quick shot, and Rockhurst now leading 3-0 here in the first quarter.
Wow, well, that happened quick. I couldn't even get the previous.
Yeah, I know. Watch how fast this shot is.
Yeah.
Low and right at the ankles of the keeper, and beats Peterson.
Yep, rock the baby. I mean, just putting it to sleep, right? Like maybe a little bit early for that kind of chirping, but hey, I mean, it is 3-0. Trying to get the team worked up, right? Get them behind them, but solid shot. I mean, my goodness, just put it 5-hole right there between the keeper's legs.
Well, he's over 30 goals scored on the year. And got a whistle and a penalty on holding is the call on Rockhurst. So Coach Reedy not happy with the call, but Blue Valley Southwest will finally win a face-off and have possession. Let's see if they can get their offense started. They won over Shawnee Mission East in overtime, 12-11 in the semifinals. They had 8 different guys score, so they don't really have a guy that piles up a lot of goals like McNamara. A lot of guys contribute to their scoring. One of those has it, Radcliffe.
Here's a good shot opportunity.
And they do score. And that's Ethan Watts, the senior, and their leading goal scorer, over 30 goals on the year. It goes top shelf, and the Timberwolves on the board here in the first quarter.
Watts finds rope. I just love it. I mean, this is a great dodge. Strong. He's dodging to score. Shot on the run right over the shoulder. Here's a great look at it. Nice camera work by our crew. Yep. I mean, that shot that goes right over the stick, you have to have that as a goalie. Kaler definitely wants that one back.
Kaler, the junior, the first team All-Metro keeper. As there you take a look at Watts. Once again, over 30 goals. Very good in the classroom, very high GPA kid. And now Southwest, another face-off win. Luke Faulkner, they need the guy they call their Swiss Army knife to win some face-off, score some goals, get some ground balls. He's everywhere. Luke Faulkner, number 42, the 6'2 sophomore. And he had the game-winning goal in overtime to beat Shawnee Mission East in the semifinals.
Nice clear there by Fontura, a senior. That was one of those plays where you just have to say, hey, well, this is on me. I'm going to clear this ball over the midline and have to beat a couple attacking offensive players from Rockhurst, and he did it.
This team very patient offensively. They will run long offensive sets when they have possession, but Rockhurst, a very good defensive team that they're dealing with tonight.
Yeah, Blue Valley Southwest is going to have to be intentional with their offense. Everything they do needs to be efficient, and they're going to need to burn time off the clock. And then the most important thing, they're going to have to score at the end of these possessions. Otherwise, Rock's just going to run them out of the stadium.
Yeah, Radcliffe goes up high with his left hand to save the possession that time. The pass was a little tall, but the Timberwolves, who average 11 goals per game, give up 5 per game.
Yeah, we need to see some more ball movement here from the guys in black. We can't just be running around, dodging, running with the ball and the stick. They need to be passing and breaking the defense down because the ball moves faster than the feet can.
They run long offensive sets. This is the second time I've seen them. They like to play keep away. Hopefully you'll fall asleep defensively or make a bad move defensively and they can take advantage.
Close to a ward there, but looks like Frontura didn't push off. You can't use your free arm as an offensive player to create space and separation. That's something that does get called quite a bit in the high school game. Another thing that's interesting about the high school game is there is no shot clock. The college and professional level have a shot clock, and in the high school game, you can be very intentional with time of possession. Nice little skip pass, but great defense. My goodness.
Yeah, Rockhurst just denied. That was Homont, the junior, who's one of their guys that comes in and gives them great minutes, gets some ground balls, gets some takeaways, and he just had a guy looking to free up for a shot, and he said, I don't think so, Luke O'Brien. And now the Timberwolves
cannot have
throw it away. That was not a shot. That was a pass. So Watts would have been keen to pick that ball up. Instead, he just kind of followed it out.
Yeah, that's what we call an unforced turnover, right?
He thought it was a shot, and it was not. It was considered a pass. It was not on goal. So Rockhurst has it back with the lead. As we move to the late stages of the first quarter, Rockhurst trying to go perfect and trying to three-peat as LACROSSE champs here on their home field tonight. As it's Championship May in the metro area for high school sports. Crown a champion tonight will be Rockhurst for 3 in a row, or Blue Valley Southwest, only in their 5th year of their program, trying to win their first ever LACROSSE championship tonight.
Yeah, I love that. 5th year of the program, newer high school, and they're here in the championship game and beat out a couple teams that have been in KC from the start.
Bickelmeyer on the doorstep to Snow. He goes low and gets the goal. Croy Snow, the junior, transfer from New York.
Yeah, this is just perfect example of quick release. We're going to start here and get the dump down pass from 10 from Bickelmeyer, and just, my goodness, what a frosty catch and deliver on this shot. Whew, love it. Well placed. Tough to stop that. Sun's peeping out. Gotta love this atmosphere.
Young man, Native American, friend of Luke McNamara's, and it was McNamara who talked him into coming from New York. McNamara's from New York to play together, and they're a dynamic duo, these two guys from New York, for Rockhurst. Here's Southwest firing high, and that is Connor Faulkner, brother of Luke Faulkner.
Gotta love the pole goal, or the possibility of the pole goal. Yeah. So with that extra 3 feet on the stick, they can generate a ton of velocity on those shots, and it's often hard for the goalies to see the ball because they're coming from such a high position above the field.
This is Sawaya, who's a football offensive lineman, big body kid, yeah.
My goodness.
But he's very skilled as a lacrosse player. No shot taken there. Grant looked like he had a notion to trigger. Once again, they run these long offensive sets. Rockhurst very good defensively in front of Kaler, the keeper. Shot high, and it's backed up. It'll stay with Blue Valley Southwest. That was Grant, the junior.
No backup.
No backup?
Oh, nope.
Well, now
just
they're
a nice hustle play. Great hustle play there.
Just a late surge by, I think it was Watts this time, and able to maintain possession for the Timberwolves. And Watts trying to get his hands free, and Rockhurst all over him with the defense.
Great defense.
Good passing, and there is Watts with his second of the game as his teammate with a nice pass. Let's see who gets the assist. All right, 35 is Evan Templar with the assist that set up Watts right at the doorstep, and he shoots low and scores.
Quick catch and release, that's the key there. So Rockhurst kind of got lulled to sleep here a little bit, you know, and like you've been talking about, those long, intentional offensive possessions, and they just caught what we say ball watching, right? They're watching the Dodger behind the goal, and right off that restart, Templar just kind of found the right guy, and Templar just dropped it in. Nice little scrum here at the.
And another face-off win for Southwest as
yard sale.
Yep. As they got D-stick there was Connor Faulkner, and Rockhurst, as we're under a minute to play in your first quarter, throws it away. Luke Faulkner in space. Luke can't get his hands free. Good defense by Renko of Rockhurst.
Yeah, impressive handle there on that possession. I mean, you saw him. You wanted to score, right? And Faulkner just exhibited some great stick skills to not turn that ball over.
Watts has it. Goal line extended, runs in, shoots wide.
There we go.
And it'll stay with Southwest as we're counting down the seconds as far as the first quarter. 4-2 Rockhurst. Southwest trying to get a late goal in the first quarter, and
solid
good defense there again by the Hawklets. As loose ball. I think the defense there by Hayes Holmes denied a late shot by Blue Valley Southwest. 4-2 in the LACROSSE 2023 championship game. It's the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week right here on Spectrum Sports. Back here at Dasta Memorial Stadium, ready for the start of the second quarter. A nice crowd here, and the weather is starting to cooperate. Perfect for the players. Andrew, you were saying the temperatures in the low 60s, but the rain is out of here, and we are ready for play in the second quarter. What's your thoughts on the first quarter? How about Southwest? They got down early, but they're within 2 as we start play in the second quarter.
Kevin, I love that late surge, right? So there's momentum for Blue Valley Southwest. Right there towards the end of the quarter, they finally started getting a bunch of shots, okay? Rockhurst got a little, dare I say, lazy on defense and started watching the ball, and I just love it. I love the level of competition that we have here. I mean, it's a 2-goal game. Those 2 goals could get made up real quick, and you know, Tim's on point at this stage of the game, right? Like, he's often a very stoic individual and intense at times, and he's locked into this one because this could turn into a ball game here really quick.
first All-American out of the KC area. He's a defender, high school. Now they've had like 22 with Luke McNamara added to the list of All-Americans. And of course, he's in the Rockhurst Hall of Fame, and he's won 4 LACROSSE titles. And again, a face-off. Well, nope, Rockhurst will come away with it. That was Curtis. Ooh. And a shot in the back. As running into the offensive end will be Rockhurst. And they get some quick offense and get a quick goal, and that is Wilkerson. Henry Wilkerson took a shot to the back and said, I'm going to just take this right to the cage and score for Rockhurst. 5-2 Hawklets.
Yeah, you love it. I mean, we touched on it earlier. Pole goals are juice goals. They get the team fired up, and he comes in untouched. I mean, my goodness, left-handed. It's hard for the goalie to track that coming out of a long pole. These boys are fired up. Great start to the second quarter. There you go. They are juiced. Nothing like a pole goal to get the team fired up.
Yeah, I got here early, and they have a pregame ritual. They watch Crooked Stick, a lacrosse movie, there in their locker room area, and that's how they get fired up for the game. And they have come out to a 5-2 start early second quarter. Rockhurst trying to go with the perfect season and three-peat in the LACROSSE.
Yeah, this second quarter is starting out really nice for them to do that, right? So there was some juice coming out of the Southwest boys, and at the end of the first, and my goodness, another turnover. It looked like a moving pick.
Oh.
They still got to clear it, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, dangerous pass. Wow.
With the
can't do that.
Turnover, backed by a Blue Valley Southwest ill-advised pass. And there is Coach Peterson, Blue Valley Southwest coach, but a BYU graduate. Brigham Young University. He's a doctor. You need hip, knee, or joint surgery, he's your man.
Yeah, I just love to see them here. You know, year 5 of the program, and
yeah, he's been there all 5 years, and once again, his son was a big part of that, having a son play, and then now he's got another son. His daughter's there on the sidelines taking pictures as a team manager with Utah Valley. Wife Carolyn, they have 4 kids, so both teams having trouble getting some offense created as they're making mistakes here in the early part of the second quarter.
Yeah, this night is shaping up to just be picture perfect. I mean, the sun's setting over there to the west, and
no wind to speak of as we've got a flag down. This will be our first flag. And who's going to the penalty box and who's going to have a man-up advantage in this LACROSSE championship game? I don't see anybody going to the box yet. Maybe the flag was picked up and no call, and Rockhurst on the offense, maintaining a 3-goal lead.
Nope, he's hidden back there in the back corner of the box.
I see him. Okay, yeah, he's not on a knee where he's supposed to be visible. As the shot,
goodness,
does a loud reverberation off the pipes there by Bickelmeyer.
My goodness, that had some heat on it.
So there is a man-up advantage for Rockhurst. Bickelmeyer hits the pipes, maybe dented the pipe with that shot.
Wow.
As Rockhurst man up, can they take advantage with a 3-goal lead? Here's McNamara. Oh, he hits the pipe. The pipe is saying, give us a break here. As Rockhurst is really rattling the cage, but no goals yet.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch. So 2 of the the big guns on the team there.
And McNamara again, hands free. Forget about it. Right there.
Forget about it. Hands down, man down. My goodness, you got to get out on his hands. I mean, you're playing with 1 man down on defense, but you cannot sit back and give guys like Bickelmeyer or McNamara hands-free shots from 12 yards. It's not going to end up very well. Just some low to high heat right over the shoulder.
Goal number 101 for his junior year. He's got the single season goals record, career goals, single season or single game goals, and also passed Kevin Luby as the career points leader at the school. Luby played at Trinity as an attorney in Kansas City, now an assistant coach for Pembroke Hill. As there's a scrap near the sidelines, and it'll be Rockhurst ball.
Yeah, one of the best parts of this game is the scrappiness, right? So anybody that likes football or hockey, any of the physical sports like backing up and posting up in basketball, there's that physical element of this game. Oh boy, and Rockhurst.
And a wild pass, mental errors by both teams.
That's what you want if you're Blue Valley Southwest. You need those to stay in this game, but the problem is they're turning the ball over also. They're matching them, 1-for-1 with turnovers.
Is it nerves? Is it just good defense? What do you think?
It's not field conditions. It's not sun.
Wind's not blowing.
It's not wind. I don't know. I mean,
this is for a championship tonight, so all the marbles on the line. Now the ball's left on the field. And Southwest will maintain possession as Templar picks it up. And again, the sloppy passing. And Southwest going to get a shot by Radcliffe. And an easy save there by Kaler. I think it got some friction before it even got to Kaler.
Yeah, I didn't see who deflected it, but one of the deep holes got a stick on it. I can't figure out, Kevin, what Southwest is trying to do on their offense. They just seem to be passing the ball and finding a one-on-one matchup and testing it, but the guys are not moving off ball. Anybody that doesn't have the ball is not moving. So I'm not sure what they're doing, but they got a couple goals. So
a screen for McNamara. He gets his hands free. Peterson the save.
Great save, Peterson.
Man, as McNamara tested him there, and now trying to get it in to the offensive end is Gillis working through players, headbutting players, still fighting. Loose ball at the sidelines. Fans loving it. And Rockhurst comes away with it. A flag is down. And it looked like Radcliffe will be the penalized player, but Rockhurst, the play will not stop until Rockhurst loses possession of the ball. And we got all kinds of action in this one here in this championship game.
It's going to be tough to call this one with all the changes of possession and balls all over the place, but the great thing about this sport is the physical element, right? You can't lead with your head down, but you can drop your shoulder. And as we saw there, 68, and then, see the penalty, flag fly. Rock picks the ball up. Bickelmeyer just makes what we used to call a big boy play and just takes a bunch of checks, picks the ball up, and delivers it down into the offensive set.
Penalty on Gillis there. He's taking a knee in the proper area so we can see him there. Big physical guy, offensive lineman in football. Definite college potential as a lacrosse player, but now another man-up advantage for the undefeated ranked Rockhurst team trying to go for the three-peat tonight. Comenda steers it in front to Snow, and now the goalkeeper is caught there in a no man's land.
No chance. Just see, when I was speaking earlier about Southwest not really moving the ball around, just testing one-on-one matchups, Rockhurst here is doing the opposite, right? They are passing the ball very well, and they find Snow on the doorstep with no defender on him.
Staying out of the crease, and his second of the night, Croy Snow, who was honorable mention his first year, transferring from New York, 30-plus goals on the year.
I didn't catch the penalty. There was a penalty on that goal off ball, and Blue Valley Southwest calls timeout here. But we're starting to see a little bit of separation with the talent, levels between the two teams, and it's, to me, primarily related to two things. It's efficiency of passing the ball quickly, breaking the defense down. That's giving Rockhurst more opportunities to shoot and eventually score.
And Rockhurst has been playing lacrosse. They became a varsity sport in the late 90s, but they played club before that, so this is a long-time program. They always have great numbers. I mean, they have so many kids come out for lacrosse at Rockhurst, and they're benefited by that.
Yeah, I won't, go back to the glory days, but I was reflecting here, Kevin. This grandstand and press box that we're broadcasting from is built on the first field that I ever picked up a lacrosse stick. It was cool to think back on that, but back in those days, back in the late 90s and early 2000s, we didn't have as many numbers, from interested kids coming out and playing. And the other thing was I was one of the few football players that came out and played the sport. But now the football players are seeing basically that great translation of athletic skill that they get to practice in lacrosse. They can be physical, they can run. To me, it's a much better athletic challenge than running track and field or playing baseball. But hey, I'm clearly biased,
yes.
Right?
Yes, and well, you mentioned that it's football, and then Hayes Holmes was a star hockey player at Rockhurst. He was their top goal scorer, and he's out there as a lacrosse player. So after the timeout, you wonder what's going through the mind of Dylan Peterson as he hopes to stem the tide. A young man that's going to study business at Utah Valley University. His brother and sister are already there. Snow, a 2-goal night. And after the timeout,
nice look there at the protective equipment.
Rockhurst will have the ball in possession after the penalty on Southwest, I believe?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. We are back to action. And you don't want to help Rockhurst, giving him more possessions. They're already a potent offensive team. And if you're the lower seed and you're the visitors, this is no good. McNamara behind the back. Nasty. He did that the other night in the semifinals on a couple of goals. And you got to see this on an instant replay, folks. It is pretty.
I love it. So we call those BTBs in the game. Bacon Turkey Bravo action. And Luke, oh my goodness, it's just a thing of beauty, right? Like he catches it on the run and throws it behind the back on the run. Usually those are kind of a catch and shoot behind the back when you're running out of angle in front of the goal, but that's a pretty one. And the fact that he got it off so quick made it even better.
BTP. The behind the back.
BTB, Bacon Turkey Bravo.
All right, okay, all right.
My favorite
your
sandwich.
Yeah, well, this guy, he makes it look easy. He had a couple of those against the Raiders in the semifinals.
Wow.
And when you see those kind of shots, you just are mesmerized.
Well said, Kevin. I mean, grab the popcorn, right? We're starting to get some popcorn.
We got a timeout. Rockhurst will take the timeout here as Faulkner slow to get up for Blue Valley Southwest.
Wow. Did you smell that? It's starting to smell like popcorn up here. I mean,
yeah.
Maybe some folks are saying.
The concessions are in full force. Thanks to all the folks at Rockhurst. Mike Dirks letting us broadcast up here. And it's good to be here. 93rd and the state line. Rockhurst trying to make it 3 straight LACROSSE championships, taking on Blue Valley Southwest. And right now, Rockhurst behind their star, Luke McNamara. He already has a hat trick, but once again, number 20 in white there averages 6 goals per game. So the other night in the semifinals, he just had an average game when he scored 6 against Pembroke Hill.
That's something else. This game is it's evolved to the point where these kids can score so many goals, right? And that comes out of efficiency of passing, right? And if everybody on the team at the high school level can pass the ball efficiently and put it, right on the shoulder there where we teach the youngsters to throw it, they can be very productive and very efficient with their scoring. We're taking a nice look here at Matt Kaler, and he's kind of looking for some action, to be honest. I mean, this is getting a little bit of that dangerous zone where the defense for Rockhurst is maybe getting a little bit cold. They're not getting a lot of action, so I guarantee you that all the guys on the defensive end would love to to have some game action here coming up.
Yeah, Kaler, the Washington, D.C. transfer. I see his father is a lieutenant colonel and worked in the Pentagon. Rockhurst grad has just retired after a 30-year career in the military. And Comenda, again, ends up on the turf, but hits the back of the net. Colin Comenda, the junior, and that's his third of the night, so he has a hat trick for Rockhurst.
Yeah, these boys are having fun now. So Luke's getting some attention, dumps it behind his shoulder, over the shoulder pass, behind the back. Comenda catches it low and finishes low. These guys are having fun. Love it. Starting to feel a little bit bad for the Timberwolves.
20th assist.
Desperately need a face-off win. And
for the points leader for the Hawklets. So he's got 102 goals and now 20 assists. So
yeah, I don't know if people know how hard it is to do that. Like Luke makes it look pretty easy. It's not an easy feat. You have to be healthy throughout the whole season. You have to be able to handle the best defender from the opponent, and you have to be efficient, right? You gotta put the ball in the back of the net.
And it'll be possession to Blue Valley Southwest, and they're down 7. As they go under 6 minutes to go before Hy-Vee at the half. Numbers and highlights brought to you by your employee-owned Hy-Vee stores. This is the guy that scored the goals tonight, Ethan Watts, I beg your pardon.
I was just talking about getting the Rockhurst defender some action.
And a flag is down.
I heard stick on plastic, like a stick on helmet from up here. I didn't see it, but somebody from Rockhurst is going to be running off the field. Looks like Taylor might have caught a ball. It was a bounce shot. It was a strong bounce shot.
I think he might have hit him in the neck. They've had a protector there, but he's trying to walk it off as Rockhurst going to be penalized. As here it is. Let's take another look here.
Great camera play. Yeah,
it kind of caught him on the side there a little bit. Yeah.
So they wear a protective piece around the net, but he either caught it in the chest or more than likely he caught it, in a weird spot on his shoulder or collarbone. But really happy to see that he's not hurt.
Man up advantage for Southwest. Curtis in the penalty box. And the Timberwolves need to take advantage of all these situations, trailing here in the second quarter.
Got to shoot that.
They get a shot and they score. And the goal scored there by Caleb Fontura, the senior, who has now 25+ goals on the year. Had the game-tying goal late.
Let's take a look at it.
Let's see another look here.
Templar just dumps it down, and Fontura just quick release. That's the key in this game, is when you catch it and you shoot the quicker release, the harder it is for the goalie to track it. Just a high efficiency, over the shoulder, low and away shot there.
Well, that was a much-needed goal, and now another must-win face-off situation, and Faulkner delivers the Swiss Army knife, as they call him. Now he can score as well. As he hits the deck, and Rockhurst will take over. Hard hit, and now we got a whistle, and it's a cross-check. Rockhurst player is injured on the play.
Yeah, he got the wind knocked out of him for sure. So this was one of those.
Say Gavin Grant with the hard hit.
Yeah, this is one of those things we call a buddy pass, where you take a body blow when you're not looking for it. So here's kind of the buddy lob, and then just gets checked in the back. And I don't know if they're going to call this with possession or without possession, but yeah, he just got the wind knocked out of him. He'll be fine and walk it off.
He's a big man. He is their face-off guy, 77% face-off winner, first team all-league, as Paul McGannon, the longtime trainer, walks him off the field. But this guy, very important, leads the team in ground balls, former swimmer. So now they have Curtis as their backup, the freshman they love, but Kemp is the senior leader. And Grant, the shot in the back. And Rockhurst in possession at midfield, leading by a half dozen as we approach halftime.
I think it's going to be key for the Timberwolves to keep Rockhurst under 10.
Remember, they average 19 per game. They scored over 300 goals this year. A shot denied. Nice work there by Peterson. He's an aggressive keeper. Now, he likes to pass the ball, and he finds his man there. Sometimes he'll come out of the cage and move up the field and become another offensive player. And the Rockhurst defense coming up big. They're trying to pass it, and Rockhurst defenders just mauled the passer and take over possession. Here's Bickelmeyer.
Wow, what a play. I mean, that's why that kid's committed to play at the next level, is he just cleared the ball against 4 defenders who were hounding him.
Rockhurst setting up their offense. Here's Narciso looking for a screen high, and that's a legal screen by Rockhurst. Mosier tried to set the screen, but he was moving just like in basketball, and it'll be Southwest taking over possession.
Can't do that. So just like in hoops, can't set a screen on the move.
Southwest looking for a surge. They're known to be a second half team, according to their coaching staff. They wanted to stay within striking distance. They're down 6 goals as we approach the Hy-Vee at the half. So a couple of goals here late in the second quarter, and this team's outlook would be rather rosy going into the locker room. And now that's a turnover as they give it up. Frustration there by Sawaya, the senior. As Rockhurst will have it after a Rockhurst timeout. They lead it 9-3, under 3 to play before Hy-Vee at the half. Numbers and highlights brought to you by your employee-owned Hy-Vee stores. As you take a look at Coach Reedy, he's got several kids himself. He's got twin boys and a daughter. His family very supportive. His brother Kevin on his coaching staff in from Chicago. Both these coaches all about the family and family of the team.
Yeah, one thing that I love to see is Coach Hannon out there. So get a
long-time coach.
Peek of him there in the huddle. But Tim was one of the coaches that taught me how to play. You know, when I picked up the stick for the first time at 14, you know, on this very site, and he's been around the game. His son Zach played here and went on to play football at KU, and you know, my goodness, just the dedication to the game that a lot of these coaches in this sport give. It's special, right? Like, these aren't paid positions, you know. Like, Tim's an employee of the high school. Coach Behale is, right?
Yeah.
But the vast majority of these coaches on the field for both teams are all volunteer-based.
Helping out, right? Yeah.
And they
love the game, yeah.
They love the game. There's a look at Coach Behale next to Coach Reedy.
But Coach Reedy is a social studies teacher and longtime archivist at the school.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. Tim took a couple years off and went to college and got a couple degrees, and then came right back to the alma mater. And you know, he's been a great ambassador of the game for Kansas City lacrosse at the national level also.
Yeah, a lot of the assistant coaches, you know, their sons play, and they're just helping out. Here's Narciso, shot wide. As he just used his speed there. As Brock is headed to Trinity College, a Division III school in Connecticut. Very good lacrosse program. He's the 3rd player from Rockhurst to go to Trinity to play.
Yep, Brock's got one-on-one behind the goal with the short stick defender. They're going to try and take advantage of that matchup.
Bickelmeyer shot it high. The defender, I think, redirected his stick. want to say that was Connor Faulkner, that long stick there, maybe adjusted Bickelmeyer's shot. Right there. Yeah, he kind of just, oh. And the gold by Rockhurst.
There's the buck, the young buck.
Yep, this guy, you can't hold him down for too long. Jack Bickelmeyer in the scorebook for Rockhurst. They lead at 10-3, late second.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have a hot take here and say that Bickelmeyer may grow into having a better shot than McNamara by the time he's a senior. It's got so much velocity, you know, behind it. He's a bigger kid. Luke's just incredibly thrifty and quick and coordinated with his hand and leg work, right? But Jack is just, he's got a big body that he's putting behind these cannon shots.
And he's headed to Ohio State. He's just a junior, over 30-plus goals. First team All-Metro, Jack Bickelmeyer.
Go Bucks. I love that.
Yeah. Help put a new lacrosse stadium. Flag down. And the ball was thrown away by Southwest. This penalty coming up on Rockhurst. And let's see who's going to jog into the penalty box. Looks like Gentry Curtis is headed that way. Or let's see. Nope, he's not stopping. Who's going to take a knee? Looks like number 2. Be Roos Healy, junior defender. And a man-up advantage. Southwest. Whack right there.
Just that's a slash.
Yep.
Just came up aggressively trying to lift the stick, and sometimes you miss the hands and you catch what's above it, right? And that's usually the chin. Lifted his bucket up and off he goes to serve some time.
Well, let's see if the T-Wolves can take advantage. In a man-up situation the last time, they were able to score. But, when you play Rockers, any chance or opportunity, you got to take advantage. Nice save there by the junior, Kaler. Yes, he denied that shot.
Ball's on the carpet.
Yep.
And
Rockhurst scooping it up. Eckles, the junior. Under a minute to go as Eckles will check off the field. Rockhurst looking for a late second quarter goal, and they'll hold for the final shot. And Rockhurst will not get a shot as it's taken away. And the big guy, Gillis, rumbling, bumbling down the field. He's a big body guy. Throw it in front. Can't get the hands free. The shot is wide there, as that was Templar. I think Rockhurst defenders redirected his stick wide. And there's Southwest looking for that late second quarter goal. It would be big to go to the locker room with a little momentum. Shot is a goal, and that was number 12. And that is Caleb Fontura, his second goal of the quarter. And he's come up big for this team. He was the guy that sent the game to overtime Wednesday night as they beat Shawnee Mission East, and he got his hands free and went low and beat Kaler.
You called it, Kevin. Here's a great look at it. Catch, quick release, 5-hole, right between the wickets. That shot was, you know, from 15 yards out, and I'm surprised that Kaler didn't catch a piece of that. I mean, it wasn't coming at the you know, highest velocity that I've seen some of his other shots, but you know what? Maybe it just surprised him.
Flag is down. Faulkner won the face-off.
We got a flag, huh?
Yeah.
What was that about?
There's no time on the clock, and maybe they're gonna
take that into the second half.
Move it to the second half or pick up the flag, but it's a 10-4 halftime lead for Rockhurst. But a late goal for Ken Peterson's squad by Fontura, the senior, who had a 2-goal first half. And the Timberwolves hanging around as the 3 seed, trying to upset the number 1 seed and undefeated Rockhurst. Let's take a look at the Hy-Vee first half highlights. And the Timberwolves getting some early goals by Watts.
Great shot here by Fontura, 5-hole. Another by Fontura right before the half, just sneaking another one 5-hole. And we're going to switch over here and just see all these firepower coming from the guys in white. Just thrifty, picking up balls that are loose. Commenda, Snow, Bickelmeyer. We got a pole goal here. Finish with a couple more by McNamara. These guys are just pouring it on. Commenda dumps down to Snow on the doorstep and finishes. They're just efficient. Everything they do is efficient. Here comes probably the prettiest goal that you'll see all day is this on-the-run catch and quick release from McNamara, Utah-bound, D1 kid. Just really solid play.
And we're underway with the 3rd quarter. Highlights brought to you by
penalty carries over.
Employee-owned Hy-Vee stores. The penalty was carried over. Blue Valley Southwest on the attack, down by 6 goals. They're known to be a second half team. And a score as that one had high velocity from Gavin Grant, the junior midfielder, as he went high, and it's a 10-5 match now here in the LACC.
This is some absolute heat. Right over the shoulder, picking that corner. He hit it so hard it bounced across to the other pipe. Oh my goodness. I mean, you can't ask for a better start than this if you're a Timberwolves fan. But this next face-off will be key for building momentum. I mean, they're down 5, so they need the ball, no doubt.
So they need to win face-offs. Double-figure goals for number 24 in green and black. As Rockhurst had it momentarily, ball still anybody's ground ball. Some contact. And bodies flying, and Southwest comes away with it, delivering the pizza. As he runs it up the field and hitting the deck is Faulkner, as he's drawing all kinds of white shirts, and he'll give it up to a teammate and run off.
Push it.
And they'll get a shot off and score. Nice goal there by Fontura as he has the hat trick. That's his 3rd of the night.
Great job, just scrum everywhere. Balls on the ground, fighting, clawing, slapping, poking, checking, right? And the ball just finds its way. Nice little flip here, finds Fontura's stick. And all the Rockhurst defenders were out playing the ball, so he's got a nice lane, attacks that open lane, finishes with a bounce shot, near pipe. Actually, it went 5-hole.
Yeah.
Look at this, Kev.
Well, I tell you, we saw this team down 10-5 against Shawnee Mission East, and they came roaring back, got it to overtime, and won. This team believes they're a strong second half team.
That's 3.
And the face-off's going their way.
Great save.
Save by Rockhurst as Kaler.
Timely save.
Still has it. And he'll run it up the field a little bit before he passes it off. Now Rockhurst. Their lead down to 4. Oh
my. They're not starting out sharp, that's for sure. Some kind of
loopy passes, yeah.
You know, just miss catches, right? Where you catch it, but you don't, and it drops at your feet.
This is Narciso out front, finding Commenda. Comenda's had a big game. Commenda runs in and scores. Colin Commenda, the junior, having a big night for the Hawklets.
Yeah, strong dodge. You know, dodge to score is what we try and teach. Number 1, Commenda just attacks the middle of the defense, runs right down State Line Street, finishes left hand unchallenged.
He's got 4 goals on the night, second team All-Metro. And Coach Reedy says the college scouts are sleeping on this guy. He's going to go to a big-time program.
Yeah, they're definitely sleeping. The young man's got a lot of talent.
Coach Reedy thinks he might end up in Marquette, very good school. As Rockhurst with Curtis, the freshman, winning the faceoff. Curtis, shot wide, flag is down after the shot.
Got a slash there. I know that one for sure. It's hard to see him up here at times, but that one definitely caught him on the head. Stick to head, I should say.
And the penalty coming up on Blue Valley Southwest as a man-up advantage for Rockhurst, already leading by 5 goals, third quarter. Winner is the champion of the LACROSSE, Cross Association of Kansas City. Rockhurst would make it 3 in a row. And when you add their titles in the MLSA, back when they played the St. Louis schools and the Columbia schools and Springfield schools, that would be 10 titles for Rockhurst. But it'd be 5 LACC championships if they can complete the deal tonight. And it'd be their second undefeated season. Last one in 2006, as that team went 27-0. Here's Bickelmeyer. For his standards, kind of a quiet night, but always ready, as there he is, the money man, McNamara, scoring again, Luke McNamara. And that is goal number 103 for the season.
So impressive. You know, I touched on it earlier, but just the quick release, right? That ball might have actually been intended for Comenda, but, you know, sometimes you can't tell. So Luke picks it out of the air and just drops it down low. Quick wrist snap, you know, strong finish. And, you know, it's easy to say put it where the goalie isn't, right? But there's no better spot to shoot at than that low away corner. And Luke finds it very often.
4-goal night for McNamara. Once again, comes in averaging 6 goals per game. So he's still got 2 more to go just to have an average night, as Rockhurst winning the faceoff as Kemp gets it into the offense. And now they'll start to get it to their playmakers and set up the offense as Comenda out front backs off to the 45-yard line, and now we'll hand it off to Bickelmeyer, and they'll set up shop on this offense that averages 19 per game. They're at 12 right now. They lead 12-6, so saw a momentum surge by the T-Wolves, and Rockhurst quickly answered. That's Mosier. Nearly lost it at the sideline, but able to maintain the Rockhurst possession. So just like that, you think Rockhurst is in trouble in the third quarter, and this team, so skilled, can stem the tide very quickly. This is Comenda trying to get freed up for a shot. Rockhurst showing some offensive patience now.
They are. My goodness. You know,
Bickelmeyer firing and scoring. That was a laser beam by Jack Bickelmeyer. I didn't even see it. All I saw was the net move at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I said it earlier, this is a hot take, right? But Luke and Jack both have different games offensively, and Jack's got, this is a college play right here. This is a great little shot on the run, pump fake before the shot to kind of get the goalie elevated up on his toes, and then finishes low and away. And the velocity behind that shot on the run is not easy to execute. So, my goodness, I love to think about how much better this young man's going to get, you know, with his years left here at Rockhurst.
Well, go visit him there in Columbus. I know you like to go to Columbus.
You won't have to twist my arm on that one, Kevin.
As a former Buckeye yourself and a man involved with the stadium there, and you got to be a little jealous for Jack. He gets to play in your fancy stadium there and gets to go to college in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, he picked a good one. It's a big school, big experience, a lot of
huge
things.
School.
He's joining a really special program, you know, run by Nick Myers.
Watts running in, lost the handle. The defense taking it away. Rockhurst with some good defense. That was Gormson, who's going to VMI to play with his brother Will.
Great checks.
And Rockhurst all over the player at midfield, and they will give it to Blue Valley Southwest. As guy getting roughed up there was Sawaya, as the white jerseys were all over him. Rockhurst, I think Healy, was
Healy was
delivering the punishment there.
Healy was all over him. Shoot it.
Well,
oh my.
The defense too good by Rockhurst, as never was able to get his hands going forward as the defender able to block it. Rockhurst has it back. 6.5 to play in your third quarter. 7-goal lead, and a
errant pass.
And that one won't sit well with Coach Reedy. Is kind of a wild pass by his guys. And running through the defenders, the big guy, Gillis, the large man with the sweet feet, offensive lineman in football. Shot.
Great save. What
deflected away by Kaler, the keeper.
Kaler had a beautiful little kick save here, it looked like. Just kind of like a hockey goalie, just sprawling out, right, and catching it with the ankle or the foot. That was a great bounce shot there on the run. Yeah, Coach Reedy is not pleased with these turnovers, and I can't blame him. As a former coach myself, that's just infuriating, right? Especially when you're up by 7 goals and you have the opportunity to just work time off the clock.
Rockhurst defense, a ground ball, but it's vacuumed up, and Southwest will maintain possession.
Let's go, Brett.
As see if they can get their big guy going there. That is Sawaya. He's a big guy, but got great skills, a senior. Got 20+ goals. Assist leader, shot off the pipe, and no good.
No points for hitting pipe.
Yep, we've seen the pipe getting a workout on this end.
Goalie's best friend.
Yep, Rockhurst will come away with it. I think that was Templar that drew the pipe shot, and now Rockhurst has it back. And let's see if Rockhurst does a little better job with their passing skills.
Yeah, very efficient. Nice clear here by the Hawkins. Until then.
And that is McNamara. He maybe took his eye off it for a second, because that ball was within his range of his stick. And there you see the look of a coach that
oh my goodness,
he's not a happy camper.
Look at him. He's going to call a timeout and just chew.
Chew, yeah.
Chew here.
Chew.
We'll just say chew.
Chew wallets. Chew backsides, yes. Yeah, I have a feeling, I mean, these guys have not very crisp as far as the passing, just lackadaisical. You said some of the passes were kind of loopy. So now Southwest, you got a chance. You got to get it down to like 3 or 4 goals going to the fourth quarter with this team. The firepower that Rockhurst has. Shot deflected out front. Kaler saw his defender hit it, and then it kind of redirected, and he was able to get his stick on it and knock it back. On the backup, it'll maintain possession with the Blue Valley Southwest team. They were closest as it went out. Under 4 to play, third quarter. Winner is the LACROSSE champion. It's Jackson out front. Brady, a senior.
Great defense.
And the defense very good by Rockhurst. That was Comenda. He's had a big game tonight. Both ends.
At some point,
yeah, the patient offense, yeah, it works in the first half. You got to start turning it on. Grant had his stick knocked. The ball flies loose, but to a teammate. And the T-Wolves have it back. Jackson, the whirling dervish out there, the big guy, the senior, fires a shot. Nice near post defending there by Kaler. Timberwolves get another crack. And
violation.
have a crease violation, and that'll give it back to Rockhurst. Under 3 to play in your third quarter. And Rockhurst, let's see if they want to run some clock here and try to get a late score to end the third quarter and go up by 8 goals. Comenda. It's a hard hit there by Faulkner. Comenda! The ankle breaker again, and he's got a 5-goal night as the junior, Colin Comenda. Right there at your feet. Those are tough to save for Dylan Peterson.
Yeah, I mean it's great to see another one fall, right? If you're a supporter of Rockhurst, quick turn, quick release, you know, just places that shot about hip height over inside that pipe. And I guarantee you that even though, you know, there's some excitement with the goal, those guys in white out there were not really excited to run over to this huddle. I guarantee you that there is some words being, there's some teaching, I should say, Kevin, going on about efficiency and picking up the passing and, you know, being intentional, not being out hustled to loose balls. And they're, you know, that if they continue to do that, then this game will continue to kind of stay where it is. But I know Tim wants to stretch it out a little bit here.
Well, we got a moment. We want to offer our condolences. Jim Brown, the legendary NFL running back for the Cleveland Browns, Hall of Famer. But what lacrosse people know is he was in the Hall of Fame for lacrosse as well, and the Pro MVP is named after him. So Jim Brown dying in Los Angeles today at the age of 87. But
yeah,
lacrosse people love Jim Brown, and he actually preferred to play lacrosse over football.
He did, and as great of a football player as he was a true trailblazer in the sport of lacrosse. They had to change rules of how the game was played just based on the way that Jim could dominate the game.
Syracuse, right?
Syracuse, he's an Orangeman, number 44. Just one actually, it may not be 44. I need to
he wore that. 32 in football. I don't know, that was his football number, but
yeah. The 44 and 22 are famous numbers in Syracuse lore.
But nonetheless, I mean, he is a Hall of Famer in football and in lacrosse, and passes away at 87. An activist, a movie star, an actor, just a well-lived life for Jim Brown as face-off. And it's Kemp trying to get that loose ball. And he leads Rockhurst in ground balls. He'll add to that total. And a nice save by Peterson. As I think that was McNamara denied from close range. And now Peterson having possession behind his own goal. As approaching 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Nice moves there by Faulkner. There's 2 Faulkner brothers. There's Connor and Luke. Luke we see facing off. Connor is going to Rockhurst University, second team All-Metro this year as a defender. And now the ball is knocked free. Good defense by Healy for Rockhurst. The check, a loose ball, and Rockhurst has it back, leading by 8 goals. And now again, they just throw it away, and that's going to drive Coach Reedy crazy. Just sloppy passing. And back comes Blue Valley Southwest into their offense. We've seen Fontura, Caleb. Now we see the little brother Karsten getting some playing time here in the second half. Say he's a future star for this team. Rockhurst defense just all over these Timberwolves, and see the Timberwolves scraping themselves off the field turf. T-Wolves need a late surge. Grant has that firepower, trying to get his right hand shot free, and he bounces it good. Gavin Grant, the junior,
That's a famous lacrosse name, actually, is Grant Jr. John Grant Jr. is one of the best players that ever picked up a stick. My goodness, and Gavin is looking like him here. We're shooting on the run. Low bounce shot. We call those low to high bouncers. Defense is just non-existent other than holding the stick over his shoulder. No pressure there. And hell of an athletic play there.
That's his second of the night. Double figures goal scorer for the junior who also played football. And they say he is a college prospect. As Kemp loses the face-off, Faulkner able to win it, and now that sets up a final possession here at the end of the third quarter for Blue Valley Southwest. And a much-needed goal. They can get it down to a margin of 6. The door is still cracked open for this team. Lacrosse is a funny game, and goals can come in waves. You want to stay in contact, and now a bad pass is intercepted. Good defense there by Hayes Holmes. And that's the end of the third quarter. Clock running out, 14-7. Rockhurst by a touchdown in lacrosse in the LACROSSE Championship for 2023. Sun setting in the west. Temperatures perfect for the players as we're in the upper 50s and no real wind. We had some showers earlier in the afternoon. They've since cleared out, and we just got a beautiful evening sky. And now we move to the fourth quarter. LACROSSE Championship. Rockhurst trying to three-peat and go perfect this year. Cinderella Blue Valley Southwest trying to pull the upset, but down by 7 goals to the #1 seed. What should we expect here in the fourth quarter? I know we've seen Southwest with those patient sets, but they got to move a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of activity when the Timberwolves have the ball. They're going to have to push the cage, as we say, and you're going to see Rockhurst move it. They're going to move the ball around. They're going to be very intentional, but we're definitely going to have some fireworks here in the fourth quarter.
You were right about Jim Brown's. Wow,
good.
What a memory! You were scouring your phone trying to find the Jim Brown Syracuse lacrosse number 44 for the recently passed away.
I'm glad the memory's still on there.
You're still sharp. All right, here we go. Fourth quarter, and the face-off won by Rockhurst. And now let's see. On the other hand, we see one team will be trying to score quickly. The other team with the lead may be running patient sets, but Rockhurst really not effective passing the ball in the third quarter. And I'm sure Coach Reedy addressed that in the in-between quarters time. This team. Let's see if they can get McNamara going again. This is Snow. Now here's McNamara working against Bashir. That's the matchup. Bashir is the top defender for Southwest. Comendas had the big night. 5-goal night. Rockhurst running a very patient set, using clock with the 7-goal lead. As Bickelmeyer has poke checked away. Jack calmly picks it back up at midfield and will recycle the offense. Narciso, left side, in no hurry, just kind of walking with the ball in his stick right now. And
I mean, there's no rule here.
Yeah, there's no shot clock. This isn't college. So now you're going to have to come out and get after these guys, because Rockhurst is just going to keep milking that fourth quarter clock.
Yeah, this is.
Here's Narciso with the speed move. Kid headed to Trinity College. Got deflected out front. Mosier backing up the play. Get another possession for Rockhurst as Bickelmeyer nonchalantly. It's like he's walking down the plaza area. Just,
so well said.
He's doing some shopping there. I don't know. He's casual. His team very calm. But there's Bickelmeyer going to work, shooting, and Peterson the save.
Not a good shot.
Didn't have much velocity on it.
No, he was, it was good defense, and he was shooting that, running away from the goal. No momentum.
And a wild pass.
Come on,
and
guys, you gotta
that's
be
Gormson with the
goal.
steal, and McNamara on the doorstep.
That's rare.
Yeah, when he's that close, I don't think he even drew any K. He missed everything on this.
No, it got deflected.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Peterson got his big cross on that, as we call the lacrosse stick.
Yeah, let's take another look at this. I mean, he's right. Okay.
Oh, no, he just missed the goal.
I thought he missed everything. Yeah, but if you're a goalkeeper, that's got to be a nightmare, though, with
it is. Terrifying.
20 in blue right in front of you there, and over 100 goals on the season scored, but not this time for Rockhurst. As now Southwest needs to get going, down by 7, under 9 to play in the LACROSSE Championship. Big trophy presentation. They got a sign, a banner, as running in and denied as a flag is down. As a little scrum in front of the goal there.
He's got a slash here. It didn't look like a body check.
That was Watts who made that charge, and maybe was the player that got slashed. Watts has a couple of goals early on in this one. Let's see who's going to go to the penalty box.
Timberwolves, you got to be attacking the goal.
I think it's number 4, Wilkerson. Let's see.
It is a cross check, not a slash. Yeah.
Okay, 19 is
lazy
check
slide.
Out. Yeah, the player
came up high, caught him right under the
Holmes
neck with hand spread on the stick. You can't lead with the stick with your hands apart.
Two-sport star, bringing the ice hockey rink to the lacrosse field. He is a star hockey player for Rockhurst, plays hockey. He's their top goal scorer. Is this shot wide by Templar, the senior. But a good season for Hayes. I mean, he's an honorable mention All-Metro player. Ventura directing traffic out front. This team needs to start scoring and scoring fast. This is how they played all year. They like to spread you out, take your time. Fontura goes low, and Fontura, what a game he is having.
He got 6 on the board for 12.
See, I've got, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that's his.
Look at this nice little shot. Just step in, no defense. Nailed that low away corner. Beautiful, beautiful lacrosse shot. 4 goals for
4. Okay, there. Yeah, let's go to our stat people with the correct information. And 4th goal of the night for a senior that's had a big season.
He scored most of their goals, and that's probably why I'm thinking that he put 6 in.
Well, yeah. He's had a good game, and now the walking the dog into the offense with the stick out in front of you there, and now here comes the Timberwolves looking for another quick score.
High risk passing here. Throwing it across the field through a number of defenders.
Here's Luke Faulkner spinning with that long stick and shot it wide.
Oh, that could have been the goal of the night. Just missed that upper 90 by about 2 inches. Let's take a quick look. Turn, spins. Oh my, that would have been a juice goal. But instead, it's going the other way because they didn't have it backed up.
Yeah, Rockhurst will again look to run time as they try for the three-peat tonight in their 5th overall in the LACROSSE, 10th if you count their MLSA days. Snow bullying his way in, ball loose.
Yeah, I think Coach Bahel has just called off the dogs, honestly. I think
Faulkner back the other way. The big guy running down Main Street and shot high. It's backed up by Blue Valley Southwest, and the big guy is down. That is Connor Faulkner, kid that's headed to Rockhurst University.
Yep, when you are moving at that clip and you fall and you get checked.
Yeah, he got a rib cage shot there at the end, right as he lifted up his arms to shoot, and looks like where he's grabbing.
Yep, there's a lot of plays here in this sport that end up with getting the wind knocked out of you. You know, you could get hit by the ball, get hit by a check, hit by a body, or even the ground. This is not a game for anyone that doesn't like a little physicality.
That's a good point. You got to bring some physicality to the game. But it's not a game you have to be 6'5", 220. You know, you can be fast, you can be skinny, you can be heavy set, you can have great hand skill. That's what I like about it, is there's no designated height or size you have to be.
Absolutely not. You have to have good hand-eye coordination.
Yep.
Be agile, right? It's all about being quick in the right moment and hustling, right? You hustle tough.
Well, we saw a youth all-star game earlier as Grant hits the deck. Defense takes him out, and we saw the purple beat the teal 8-7. We saw a very future stars game. Saw all the coaches watching, so youth lacrosse very strong in Kansas City after watching that 5:30 matchup prior to this one. And now Rockhurst again using the clock with the 6-goal advantage. Looking to go 18-0. Last undefeated team went 27-0. That was in 2006. They were nationally ranked.
Gotta pass it, young man.
Bickelmeyer weaving away from the traffic, finding Mosier.
They are not trying to score.
No, they're in the stall. If this was Bud Lathrop, this would be the alley cat. They're just spreading the floor and running clock. And trying to celebrate a third straight title in the LACROSSE, and now they're sending another defender after the ball. Try to get it free. Now Snow has it. Moving and passing, running the clock, under 4.5 to play in regulation.
This is tough for the defense because they are, extended, right? They're having to pressure the ball and it wears them out. It's a tough spot, right? Like they're up by 6 goals, and it's a bit of a mismatch in some areas here. You want to see more scoring, right? You don't want to see a lazy, unexciting game. But I get it. I understand why Coach Behel's calling him off.
Bickelmeyer just taking some checks, then flips it, and Peterson, the goalie, comes from behind the net and steals it away. Long pass down the field, setting up his defender. Is that the sheer?
Away.
Well, the ball is loose. Can they save it? No. Rockhurst possession.
That's tough.
You're wasting an opportunity there as Healy getting in the offense. Snow. Again, Rockhurst with the lead and the ball, and just running clock, spreading the field. Troy Snow had it knocked free. Good poke check. And Southwest into the offense. Here's Faulkner dodging and
Great
shooting.
save.
Nice save by Kaler on the long stick. And Rockhurst has it back. And we're going to get a timeout. Rockhurst. Happy birthday to Wyatt. There he is working there in the front bleachers. This guy has like 15 birthdays a year, doesn't he? Is anybody in on the joke? Or hey, when you're old, buddy, you don't want a lot of birthdays.
15 a year. I love it. Doing a great work catching that midfield line. We've had some great shots of those face-offs.
I'm told there's multiple Wyatts on our crew. But we always show that guy with the great hair in the front row there.
Yeah.
Oh, well. A lot of our crew working hard. Keaton, the Buckhead shirt. They wanted me to try that shirt on tonight. I should have rocked that shirt in the open. Yeah, Darren Graham had that shot of the backhand. You were saying that was the shot of the night, wasn't it?
Great camera work.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, we got Phil, our man Phil there up there. He looks like the warmest of all the guys there. I mean, the wily veteran of our crew, he knows how to stay warm, because I can see some guys' breath, but with this crew, great shots. Mark Robinson, I was telling Mark before the game, they were asking if he was coming back to work tonight, and I said, yep, same guy. They like Mark Robinson. So we got our down there with the sound, Caleb, checking his phone and making sure the sound's good. But
the real beauties are up here in the booth, Kevin.
Yeah, we got a great crew. Guys in the truck that do a lot of work as well, and you can't see there, but they're in there. You know, it's like the duck on the top of the water, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's continue this little duck trend of ours.
Well, yeah, you're the duck hunter, yeah. When's your next hunting trip? This fall?
This fall.
Yeah, I figure you'll be out there in some duck blind somewhere.
Gotta get out with the Andersons.
Yep.
I mean, I'll take, if anybody else wants to take me, I'll go with them.
You love duck hunting. Yeah, that's you're the man on the duck hunts as the ball is turned over as Faulkner has it back. This is the other Faulkner. We see Luke. That was Connor that ran it up.
Yep. Been working down at Ole Miss doing a baseball stadium project. And
yeah,
you ever heard of William Faulkner?
Yeah, a writer.
William Faulkner.
Yeah,
he's quite the Mississippi celebrity.
Really?
Went to school there.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you were redoing the outfield, the bleachers. They like to have a little party action in the SEC baseball game. So
national champs last year.
If you're wondering, Andrew Elmer is an HOK architect and sports architecture, and
yes, sir.
So that's his gig. Shot down low. Kaler with the save. Yeah, they did do some good work here at the Rockhurst. You were impressed when we were at Pembroke Hill about a month ago. So it's a lot of great architecture in the city of Kansas City. And we got a whistle.
Offsides.
Yep, offsides.
No, I was wrong. I'm not there. I missed 19 back there.
All right. Well, they'll run it in. Blue Valley Southwest will take over, and we'll get a timeout for the Timberwolves as we're down to just over a minute. Yeah. Great season, though, for Kent Peterson and his team as they'll finish 12-5, make it to the LACROSSE finals. 5th year of the program.
I know.
Proud of these guys. He's got a bunch of seniors, 15 seniors.
I know what this timeout is about. It's all about saying, hey, like, thank you, right? Thank you to the
like we thank
seniors.
Our crew, yeah.
Thank you, guys, for getting us here and leading us, and for all the youngsters. We're going to be back, right? This isn't going our way tonight, but this is what we're working for, right? That's what this timeout is about. I like it. That's a really classy coach move. Clearly, they're not going to be able to win tonight, but that's a move that establishes momentum in your program and builds trust and rapport, and reminding them that this is where they want to be next year.
14-8, just over a minute. There's the trophy that be presented to Rockhurst. And they'll have 3 straight in that title section, and they'll have a banner. And I'll tell you something, these kids in lacrosse, they call it a celly. There'll be a big celly for Rockhurst, and Coach Reedy, the coach of the year in the LACROSSE this year, and he'll have his family with him to celebrate, and all his assistant coaches. And Grant with the shot. Gavin Grant with a bouncer in there. And he's had a hat trick tonight. Gavin Grant, good game for him. Cowbells makes it a 14-9. Grant, we've seen the speed. Now is Guile there with a low runner on the turf there that beats Kaler. So nice game for him. Fontura, 4 goals, 3 for Grant. And again, a win for Southwest as Faulkner. Big loop, pounding through the defenders.
Oh my goodness, that's the goal of the night.
Falling down, able to score.
I gotta get out of my chair, unbelievable.
How did he do it? With a long stick and
pull goal behind the back on the crease. Splitting defenders, unbelievable.
14-10, and watch.
Oh my goodness.
How do you keep that
multiple
stick
checks, protecting
going?
the stick.
Oh man.
It's silly.
That might beat the behind the back one.
Silly good, and he says, hey, I'll take it. We're not getting the trophy, but I'm gonna take it.
He said, I got it on TV, that's all that matters.
Shoulder shrug, got the shoulder shrug. Hit the shoulder shrug emoji tonight, young man. Wow.
Sometimes it works for you. Big loop. Is he gonna, oh no, not this time. Rockhurst gets it. Well, no, they don't. I beg your pardon, it's Southwest getting another crack here as their offensive player goes down in a heap. A lot of white jerseys around him, a lot of wild swinging, and now player is down. Get an injury timeout, as that is the face-off guy, Henry Kemp. And Rockhurst will have it, and they'll run out the final seconds here, under 10 seconds. And their fans starting to celebrate here on the home side as the ball is thrown away. Shot down the field by the keeper, and let the celebration begin. A three-peat in 2023 in the LACROSSE for the Rockhurst Hawklets. Final score tonight, 14-10, as they win it at home. And they complete the perfect season, going 18-0 as they celebrate with their fans. And finishing the season at 12-5, and then in second place, the runners-up in 2023, Blue Valley Southwest, as they huddle as a team. But tonight belongs to Coach Reedy and the Hawklets and their fans, as their winners tonight, 14-10 on their home field. Congratulations to the Hawklets. Hy-Vee postgame coming up next. Rockhurst winning at 14-10. They didn't score their normal 19. They got the big lead and kind of ran out the clock in the second half. Comenda, a big game tonight. McNamara, spectacular as always, but Rockhurst just too strong. This is going to go down as one of maybe the top 3 teams all time ever to play at Rockhurst, going 18-0 and winning a 3rd straight championship.
Yeah, we touched on it earlier, but the growth of the program has just really been fun to follow, you know, just as a lacrosse fan. Not even as an alum. It's just the growth that this program is experiencing is tremendous. You know, this team ranks up there with any of the better teams that have played here, and they get their 3rd in a row. And you know, what's coming next year? Well, 98% of this team is coming back next year. So heads up, you know.
Yeah, heads up, Kansas City. Rockhurst still going to be very strong. Congratulations to Coach Reedy, being congratulated by the athletic director, Mr. Dirks, Mike Dirks. I want to say special thanks to all the folks with the LACROSSE. Jay Coleman helps us out quite a bit. Thanks to Rockhurst High School AD Mike Dirks, who you just saw in the picture there. Thanks to our coaches, Coach Reedy, and also Ken Peterson with Blue Valley Southwest. Our producer has been Joe Novacek. The trophy goes to Rockhurst for Andrew Elmer and our entire Spectrum Sports broadcasting crew. Kevin White saying so long from Dasta Memorial Stadium and Severino Field. Our final once again, 14-10 Rockhurst. They three-peat in 23 in the LACROSSE. Congratulations to Rockhurst High School as we say goodnight from 93rd and State Line.